worry, Aaron's not going to like the first 10 pictures anyway, so his eye is going to be like wonky in one now. So
I'm deleting this. Happy with that?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Neither of y'all are smiling. I'm the only one smiling.
Aaron's like, let me try to get into the whole picture.
I mean, that's fine if that's
Wait,
what you want.
I have to like...
I'm not good with pictures, bro. I don't like being stuck in the situation.
Let me make sure it like actually... Okay, anyway, Hamish, start when you're good to go.
What do we say in the intro? Like,
it's just like... hello, welcome to the another episode of The Third Wheel. I'm one of your hosts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Third Wheel. I'm one of your hosts, Hamish.
And I'm your other host, Aaron.
And today we're joined by a friend of ours for the return of our great podcast, obviously. Her name is Natalie. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie. I feel very honored to be here in the first of 2022.
Maybe the last.
The only one of 2022.
Hopefully it goes well, so then you can do more and it won't be my fault if it's the last one.
Yeah. We haven't done an episode since we released the last one in September. Yeah. We thought we would start off with a bit of a game.
Sounds great.
Like a bit of an icebreaker, as I think we're all a bit. We don't really know what we're doing.
Of things.
But anyway, I made this quiz on the way here, and I didn't really know what to make it on. Hamish said potentially Disney, so you can just get smoked. But I decided to make it on the general knowledge quiz on basically what's happened since we last recorded an episode.
I like that.
So it's general knowledge from October
in the world
2021.
Is it in the world? Or is it in the UK?
It's mostly UK, unfortunately.
No, but Aaron UK is different to Hamish UK.
So which is different from Natalie UK.
I think I've tried to make it fair.
I like it.
I've kind of made a lot of these on the spot, so like I Googled some stuff. So
when did Aaron catch COVID? That's going to be one of the questions.
And then the question is never, because I'm built different.
Same. I haven't either.
Fun fact. Yeah. Gang. Only one of us here has.
Ooh, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything to catch it, actually. I was just at home. And
you're the safest of us all.
Yeah,
probably.
I know. It happened in January 2022 as well.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
That is good. So good.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Good start. Okay, first question.
Are we buzzing?
Wait. How does this work?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like... Yeah, let's...
Raise our hand. Do we go back and forth?
Let's do buzzer. Let's do buzzer.
Okay.
So if you want to come up with something...
Why can't we just like knock with this little screw here?
Because how can a listener tell who's that?
I'll say like bing.
Bing. Okay, bing.
Bong.
Bing and... Can you do something different? Because I will get confused.
No, that was a... Okay, no.
Bing and bong. Okay. You can do bing and bong. Okay. Question 1. What does NFT stand for?
Bing. Non-fungible.
I know the last bit. That's all I know. I don't know.
Shoot. It's like trading?
I'll give you it. It's token.
Token. No.
Can I give that? I don't know if I can
Don't
give
give
that,
it to me.
know?
I honestly was just pleased
Give
because
it
I knew it was
0.5.
fungible because until recently I didn't know that.
You can have 0.5.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Who was Time Magazine's Person of the Year? 2021.
Bing. Elon Musk.
It was Elon Musk.
Because people were upset about it.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
I think it's because we're kind of in an age right now where people are just in general mad at billionaires. And so I think the fact that there's so much bad things going on in the world.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I need to keep track of scores. Okay, 1.5.
I have 1.5.
But if Hamish always has 0, then it doesn't really matter. Okay.
I'm regretting that 0.5.
The Omicron variant was first reported to the World Health Organization from which country?
Bing. South Africa?
South Africa's right. I thought you would have got that.
Honestly, I don't know in my head that, bro. I was like, Spain. It can't have been Spain. Where was the first country? It couldn't have been China.
Okay. How many football stadiums has co-host of The Third Wheel and all-round legend Aaron Conway been to since October 2021?
Is this Premier League or just
football stadiums?
So his closest number, I assume.
Yeah, closest number. Out of fairness, I think Hamish should go first.
Yeah, I'll have to go first. I'm gonna say 48.
48.
No, wait. October 2020 or 21?
2021.
Okay, wait. Sorry, let me take that back.
I don't know. I feel like you cheated by laughing, and now he gets to change.
But then you could have thought that was accurate and gone like close to 40.
No, because I'm just.
He's been going to more than one football game a week in some cases. That's why I was like.
Okay, I was gonna say. I know you've been to at least one a week.
Exactly. I mean, no, I'll stay at 50. Because if you choose one, then
5-0.
Yeah, I mean, I have to now, innit? I don't want to change it.
Natalie,
you could basically say 49. I win.
You're gonna say
go for spot. If you get spot on, you get 3 points. How about that?
I'm gonna go with my lucky number is 26.
I've only been to 12.
What?
I've only been to 12.
Oh, you've been going football games like every week. Are you saying unique stadiums or
how many football stadiums have I been to? But even then,
I feel like you go to a unique one every time, and you go every week.
That was your purpose.
Maybe you make it look like you go every week.
I definitely don't go every week, but 12 is still a lot since October. I thought anyway.
I definitely knew that him laughing meant that yours was too high.
Yeah, no. No.
Like if I went to 50.
No, basically he's been talking about it. For anyone listening, he's been talking about it like, oh no, I'm going to a new football stadium every week. And he's been going to like 2 games a week.
Tell everyone why you're. I mean, because don't you have like a goal?
Yeah, it's just like a New Year's thing. I started last year. I want to go to like a new stadium like every month. That's the like target
every month. I see,
but then some of them I've been to like 2 or 3. There's been a couple of weeks where I've been like to 2 stadiums or whatever.
Yeah, see?
But then there's like
repeat stadiums.
So I did every week since then.
No, I don't repeat. Or like I would repeat if it's like Dagenham, which is like a town really close to me. That's like 10 minutes away.
Well, I didn't get 3 points.
But like, I'll give you 0.5 for that, Natalie.
Why? You said it was the closest one.
Yeah, but they were well off.
No. Basically, it was your information that you've been providing before that led to these guesses.
What do you mean? What information did I provide?
Your Instagram stories, probably.
They're all on the highlight. So that's how I got the number 12, because I went through it. So I've only posted 12
We
stories.
didn't do our research on...
Any of our friends, tell us what you thought the answer was before you heard the answer.
Definitely would have said 50.
We're going to put a poll in it, actually.
Okay. Let's go.
And this is a bit like a ego boosting kind of like quiz, is it not?
To who?
You.
Me? How?
Questions about yourself.
One question. It was about how many football stadiums I've been, not like how good looking I am or anything.
0.
No.
How many pictures did we take before this?
Oh yeah. Let's not speak about that. Novak Djokovic, tennis star.
Yeah.
Was banned from playing in which tournament?
Bing. Australian Open.
Correct.
I thought there was going to be like a middle word. I thought it was going to be Australian something open.
I know, he did pause.
Yeah.
Tom and I saw Novak Djokovic last year.
Oh, yeah.
He lost.
Good. On what date did Russia begin a military invasion of Ukraine? You get closer to the date.
I'm going to go for like 26th of February. Because I think I know what exact day it is right now.
I was going to say like March 3rd.
You locked in your answers?
Yeah.
Hamish gets a point. It's 2 days off. 24th of February.
Oh, it's 24th.
Thursday, 24th.
I was say, because if it was...
I haven't checked the news for 2 days. It was day 23 when I last checked.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm impressed that.
Oh, if it was spot on, I would have been gassed, but I forgot to check for the
last. If it was spot on, you would have gotten 3 points and maybe we'd be
that's
even.
Not happening. You have to understand the guest always wins.
Who won the 2022 Super Bowl?
This is
Bing.
Out of my league.
Los Angeles Rams.
It is Los Angeles Rams.
You can't say the guest always wins. Now I'm going to feel like it's rigged.
Okay, no, I'm giving you.
It's for multiple reasons.
Okay.
There's a question. Can hopefully get. Which English football club is sold to a Saudi-led consortium, or was sold to a Saudi-led consortium?
Or Bong, Newcastle.
Newcastle's correct.
Yeah, that's like the one football fact.
What name was given to a new variant of COVID-19, and is also the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet?
Bong Delta.
No.
Bing Theta?
No.
Oh, Bing Omicron?
Yeah.
I thought it was new. I was like, is this something that I haven't read about yet?
Of course, it was going to be this. Omicron.
Penultimate question. What web-based game made in October 2021 was bought by the New York Times?
Bing Wordle.
Wordle's correct. Do you play Wordle?
Mm-hmm.
Either of you?
I tried it once.
I still do play it, actually. I have one group of friends that we text our results to each other every day. So I feel like I have to play every day. Just
got like a Slack channel at work for that.
Yeah.
But I just forget to like do it if I remember. There's loads of like spin-offs from it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of Hurdle, Hamish?
Oh, that one's really hard.
It's a music one. So like I played it for the first time today and I got it straight away.
I need to play it to see if I can. I've only gotten one. Don't tell me the result.
No, I won't tell. I won't say. Basically, so I don't actually know what happens after the first guess because that's all I've done. But like it played a second of the beginning of a song and you have to guess the song.
It keeps adding on as well. And you only get like, it's the same as Word, or you get 5 or 6 guesses, but it's like 1 second. And I think it adds like three. But it's usually an instrument, like it's usually a song that has a bit of instrumental at the beginning. Yeah. So you don't immediately know what it is.
I'm going to have to try.
I'll go after 1 second too.
But I think it's really hard.
Aaron genre, or is it like, can I actually guess it?
I only played today, so I don't know what like. Okay.
I've only gotten it right once.
Okay. Do you know what the previous songs have been?
Yeah, there was one. Oh yeah, so there's been like a Rihanna song that I did get, but I had to like listen to several goes of it. There's like one of them I didn't get was a Coldplay song, but it just like they all sound the same at the beginning, kind of, and so it's hard it's just hard to like think of it, I guess, because there's so many different songs out.
Wait, can I play it?
Yeah, but you can't have to edit it out though.
Do we? It's like 1 second.
Well, I'm not getting hit by a copyright strike.
Would have gave you double points, but
we actually do it. You know what? Do it. We'll take the risk.
I don't think we're gonna get like done in. Do you know what I mean?
I think How many seconds you get? You get like 15 seconds of a song, right?
I think that's actually fake news.
No, that's fake news.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Okay, anyone who's listening knows a lie.
No, they won't like it's 1 second. Look.
1, 2.
Absolutely not.
Did you hear that?
It was like 2 clicks.
I heard like 2 clicks, yeah.
It was like drumsticks.
I got it from that.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, can I make a guess? Is it that old school dance thing that Bricka Bricka was in?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Teach Me As a Doggy.
No, it's not. It's not though. Do you want to save this for later? Or
yeah, we'll save it for later. We'll save it for later. This might not be interesting for people to listen to.
Okay, so last question. You know what, Hamish? I'll give you, if you get this right, I'll make this question worth...
Enough points for me to still not win.
Yeah, I'm trying to calculate. I'll make it worth 4 points. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, what football club and the name of their owner were sanctioned as part of a group of 7...
Chelsea Football Club, Roman Abramovich.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I thought I'd add that one in.
No, that was a good one.
You know that because of Golden as well.
And we talk about it every day. Yeah. He's like, do you want to hear the newest news?
And at the end of that game, scores on the doors, 11-2.
11-2.
That's outrageous. First episode back, 11-2.
Good game.
It's all good. GG.
But that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things that have happened since. I've probably missed out loads as well.
How many questions were there?
I don't actually know. Like 10, 11.
How the hell?
I got half a point for one and half a point for another, I think.
Like 0 points for another.
Yeah, I'm not wondering. Like that felt like 5 questions.
No, there was quite a lot. There was non-fungible token, Elon Musk.
Oh yeah.
A couple of football ones, me going to football stadiums.
Somebody like zoned out.
Super Bowl. Yeah, and we were playing Hurdle for like
true.
5 seconds. But yeah. So, how have you been, Natalie?
I've been good. Since y'all's last recording, I've moved here. So, and also since the last time that I've seen you, we haven't seen each other in a while.
No, not since America.
Yeah.
Not since San Francisco. If those who don't know, I used to live in San Francisco.
Do you mention that a lot on the podcast?
He does.
But yeah, been pretty good. I, been getting settled. So we're in our flat right now, which
undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location, but it's been a journey getting to move here to London, and finding a place to live is quite the adventure. I'm sure y'all know that as well, but it's been good. The weather is amazing right now and looks amazing for the next bit. So I've been really enjoying it.
We take what sunlight we can get.
Yeah. As I've heard, the moment you look outside and you see the blue in the sky, you're like, I got to get outside right now. You don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah, full reference. It's like March 20th today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
March
something like
20th today.
But it's been sunny for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So.
And it's going to be for like a week.
Is it?
Yeah.
It becomes like -1 degrees at night and then comes back to 15 degrees in the day.
Is it going to be warmer though? Because I still feel like it's quite cold.
Tomorrow it's going to be 18.
18?
Yeah.
It's the illusion, bro.
Shit.
We can't get too comfortable. We're gonna get ill. As soon as we take off the jackets, we're gonna get ill. So we're gonna have to keep the jackets on until it's proper summer.
Well,
This is illusion. This is the standard treachery
the
of
March,
the UK.
the springtime illusion I've heard.
Our summer starts later and later every year, and ends later and later.
But other than the weather, has it been like daunting, like moving to a new country? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to fit in by talking about the weather because I hear that's what people talk
do
about,
talk about,
a
like-
lot here.
I don't know if it's just because we're awkward and we're like,
Well, I don't know.
What
The
else
other
do we
day I
talk
was in a
about?
coffee
Weather?
shop doing some work and I was listening, and every single person who walked in talked to the barista about the weather. But it has been a bit daunting, I would say. I mean, moving to a new, well, you've done it because you moved to San Francisco. I don't know if the listeners out there know. But it's a bit daunting moving to a new country. I mean, I've been here before and I'd spent time here. And I have family from here, but I mean, and they're from up north, so it's way different even from
They don't
down
count.
here as well. So there's a lot of work that went into it, and there's only so much research you can do in advance too. I mean, you can watch YouTube videos of people who've done something similar, read blogs, but there's nothing like actually experiencing it. So it's been good, but also it's been interesting having to think about things that I hadn't thought about in forever, like which bank should I use? You know, it's like little things like that you had been using or you had your whole life, and then you moved to a new place and you kind of need to start over. So overall, it's been good, but I don't know when I'll fully feel like I belong, I guess, you know, because
what's been like the biggest differences, do you think?
Let's see. It's been an interesting journey making friends in a new place, I think, as an adult, because a lot of the friends I think that you have are from school or from, you know, work
Uni,
or uni or something like that. And so those were also the friends that I had back in the US. And so moving to a whole new place, you know, and starting over, and obviously I have Tom, and then to those of you who don't know, Tom is my boyfriend who I moved here with, and I know y'all, and I know, you know, different acquaintances, but trying to figure out, you know, how I can make my own friends and things like that. So that's been interesting. I joined a book club as kind of a way to make some friends too, and met up with some people that I think that I've met that are in a similar situation as me. So that's probably been the biggest challenge, but I'm trying to dinner with people and see people and try to kind of form my own relationships here as well.
Yeah, during COVID would have been a bit more rough as well.
Absolutely.
I'm
really glad that there wasn't another lockdown when we first got here, because I know there was a bit of a threatening that might happen. And I know there's people who had that experience too, who they moved here and then there was a lockdown or one of the lockdowns. And so that would have been a challenge for me for sure. So look on the bright side.
What's one piece of advice, Hamish, you'd give to someone if they were coming to live in London?
In London as well?
Yeah. Or just not like, it doesn't have to be advice, but if you're like, just telling them something about London or England or the UK in general.
It depends on perspective, really. So there's two pieces. One thing is the TFL. Make sure you kind of get used to it and you're familiar with just moving through it, like as if you know it, even if you don't know it. Or you could just go explore it and then learn the places so that when you have to go out there, you already know what it's going to be like and which exit to take and so on, which is probably the best one. And the other one is more like try to ignore some parts that look like a shithole. Just like look at it from a positive view.
What parts are those?
I'm not going to say the area we're here. This is becoming a gentrified area, which is I was in shock when I walked out. Yeah.
Talk more about that later.
I would have never thought this area was a shithole though.
This area used to be a proper shithole.
But not like...
It still is a shithole. Like, you can still see it.
I wouldn't have thought it was a shithole compared to like many other places in London.
But this place is a known shithole.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm not from London.
Yeah, of course.
Well, we like it.
Yeah. I think it's lovely. I think it's quite like really nice around here.
Yeah. It's we like it because I'm not gonna give away too many details, but it does feel quite neighborhood like, but it is also quite central. So we can easily get to lots of places, but the tourists haven't found they do not
enter this area.
They don't know where it that it exists. So it's not as crazy busy as it would be if you were closer to the river, I think.
Yeah. Have you been to? What's your favorite like restaurant here?
Banana Tree.
We do really like Banana Tree.
Oh, you have been Banana Tree?
Yeah,
We went with.
Oh. Then why are we going again today?
Because he loves
It was many months ago, Aaron, bro. Chill out.
Tom really likes it as well.
Yeah, Aaron.
No,
I
Banana
thought we were
Tree is
going
good.
to like, in case Natalie hadn't been before.
No, because I know I went with them when they first arrived, I think, like a
Yeah.
week or two after. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, might as well go back to it if you all loved it. Yeah.
That's
It was really
outrageous.
good. But okay, so there are, I have 3, and they're all kind of in different tiers. I think that y'all would understand. So the best restaurant that I've been to, it's quite popular, but is Dishoom. I loved just
Okay.
going there. They're
We could be
Indian-
going next week, actually,
We should be.
potentially.
Yeah.
I just need to go and queue 1 hour earlier before you lot get there.
Yeah, we did have to queue, but it was really good. So that's really good Indian. NANDO'S, of course. We can't.
Oh,
is that in top
forget.
3?
It's definitely in the top,
Top 3. Oh, yeah, let's go.
And
Come on.
then the last one, the listeners, and maybe y'all might think I'm kind of crazy, but it's been a very special place in my heart. My entire time growing up and coming here to visit is GREGGS.
Oh,
GREGGS.
I thought you were going to say McDonald's. I was like, no.
No, GREGGS. Oh, my family loves GREGGS. Like I mentioned, I have family up north, and there's a ton of GREGGS up there as well. And so it's just like really special to us because we would go and like get a steak
How was
bake. And
GREGGS?
it's so good.
No, Greg's is like,
It just
Classic
it
kind of British
means a
culture.
lot to me, I guess. Like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's where, and then there's a lot of restaurants I still need to try. Obviously, there's so many options, but
Yeah.
I picked that one because it is special to me.
I don't know if Greg's would class as a restaurant, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's a place you can get food.
Yeah. But like,
That's why I gave 3 options.
yeah, Greg's, have you seen their, they did a collaboration with Primark?
I did.
That could have been a quiz question, actually. That should have been a quiz
I
question.
did see that actually, and you just reminded me of it because so I'm seeing some members of my family later this week, and my friend, like I said, my family loves GREGGS. I might have to go to Primark and I'm going to show them and get some of the sneakers.
Wait, they actually have like a GREGGS, like,
There's
shoe.
like slides, there's hoodies,
Yeah.
there's shirts, and they say
Oh, no.
like kind of funny things. I can't remember what. I think that there's something that says like it says like pastries or something on it.
Yeah. I don't think they're your style, Hamish, but
Yeah.
like, they're quite funny.
I actually need to go to Primark soon. I need to like, what do you call it? I need to get new jeans because basically I haven't had gone clothes shopping intentionally during COVID. There's no point in me spending money, right? So I was
Right.
like, I'm just going to wait until I absolutely have to. And now since it looks like we have to re-enter normality, I actually need to go clothes shopping.
They need to open, they need to have a web, like an online, like,
Yeah, they don't.
store, Primark.
I think it would be too much chaos for them given their
But they're massive.
logistics.
Like,
I think that
surely
they
they
could-
can hire some people.
I think if Walmart could have an online, like
Yeah.
back in the US, then I think
Yeah.
that Primark could because
think-
that's something you think
yeah.
would be absolutely.
I think the
crazy.
returns on clothes are very different. So even from my time working at Debenhams, I remember like returns on clothes, especially at Primark, are going to be high,
That's
especially
true.
online. So it's
But I know there's a lot of places that don't have a Primark, and
Yeah.
it's a really affordable option for people who
Yep.
are looking to.
What's that equivalent of Primark in America?
Ooh.
a thrift store.
Oh gosh. I mean, Primark is one of a kind, honestly. I would say probably like a cross between Walmart and Target, but clothes only.
Yeah.
Wait, is there clothes in Target or Walmart?
There's clothes in both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would say, yeah, that's what it's like. So somewhere in between because, yeah, Target's more like middle tier. Walmart's a little bit lower. Like,
Yeah. I was talking to someone about GREGGS yesterday. Like, I went to a friend's birthday and we was talking about GREGGS, but I can't remember why. Yeah. Interesting. But, oh no, it's because I went to a football stadium and it's the only football stadium with a GREGGS inside the stadium.
wow. Which
And it's
football
in-
stadium is it
it's in
for the
Derby.
listeners? Mm.
So if anyone went to, although when I went, the GREGGS was closed,
Oh.
which is
Major L.
unfortunate. But I think it's supposed to be quite famous. I think it's supposed to be like one of the most like the GREGGS that sells
the most.
the most
That's
like sausage
like,
rolls in the country or something like that.
There was a Chick-fil-A on campus at the university that I went to, and it was the most trafficked Chick-fil-A in the country.
Chick-fil-A on campus.
Yeah.
That sounds good, man.
It was the line was always so long, and then I think my second or third year they had to open up a second area for like a second line so that they could do
Yeah.
double the work. So
What university did you go to?
it's called Auburn University. It's in Auburn, Alabama. It
Okay.
is it's a public university, and it's really big, and it has a big American football team, which is really important for in the South in the U.S. College football is more important than like professional football. And then there's every region kind of is a little differently.
Yeah.
So it was a big football school, but I loved it.
That's still cool having a Chick-fil-A on campus. I remember when we went to, I took Hamish around Stanford when he came to visit, and they had a Panda Express on campus.
We had a Panda Express too.
Oh shit!
That is actually one of the best foods I had. I never actually had any of the chicken places like Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and stuff when I went to San Francisco, but I had Panda Express. I had Panda Express like 3 times as a result of that.
No, Panda Express is great. Chick-fil-A is hard to get to in San Francisco because there's only like 2, and I think that none of them are in the city.
Yeah, I think like there was also a Wendy's or something, but it was also far away, and one of the places I had to explore happened to be on the other side.
Oh, there's Wendy's here now.
Is
quite
there?
a few. There's quite a
Is
few
it good
now.
though?
I don't know if it's as good as the one in America.
Is there one in London?
There's one in Croydon.
Okay.
There's one in Stratford,
Okay.
and there's one in Romford, which is close to me. I don't know. There might be some others as well. There probably
I'll have to see
is.
if it's
Basically on the opposite side of London from me.
But I don't think there might be some. I just know about those ones. But I don't think they do. Like I think the first time. So when I moved out to America, Tom was still here. As in, he wasn't still here, but he was like here for like 6 months or something.
Yeah, he
For a
was.
while.
Yeah, he was on his break.
Yeah.
here.
And then when he came back to San Francisco, the first thing I think he went for a curry first. But then like one Saturday, it was like, do you want to go Wendy's? And I hadn't been before. And they have like a 4 for $5 or something
4 for
like
4.
that. 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, shit, how can you get like these 4 things for $4?
I
That's
know.
like ridiculous.
What do you mean like 4 things for $4? Like
It's like a menu of things that you can pick and choose, and you get 4 of them for $4. And they're kind of, well, they're not really small portions, but they are, I guess. It's like a small fry and 4 nuggets.
in terms
I
of
think those
UK
are
portions?
options.
Like burger.
Okay.
You could have like, it was still enough for me to be like $4 is really good for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be, I guess, because you know how McDonald's has the one, they have £1 meal, the £1 menu here.
Isn't that it's barely
Is
a
that still a
£1 menu
thing?
anymore?
Okay.
I think
I feel like it might have been a thing, but
no, it used to be for a long time. So it used to be £1 McFlurry, which you can still get £1 McFlurries, but it's hit or miss depending on what it is. And I think the mayo chicken used to be £1, but I don't know if it's £1 anymore. Given
Okay. Well, in the US, I think McDonald's has a whole part of their menu that's $1 menus, and it's smaller portions of things. So it's kind of like that, where you mix and match, and then you get 4 things for $4, but it's a good amount of food.
yeah. Well, me, Hamish, and a couple of other mates have been on some, or not some, we just started, been on like doing a restaurant like adventure thing.
Yeah.
Because we used to just go like Nando's every month.
Nando's or GBK, basically.
Yeah. But then we've.
And what was the other one?
GBK.
What's that?
Gourmet Burger King. Wait,
Gourmet
you don't
Burger Kitchen.
kitchen? No, that my
Yeah,
bad.
Burger King something.
Wait, you don't have GBK in the US? I thought they had GBK in the US.
I don't think so.
We have
This is a US brand.
CPK, California Pizza Kitchen.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought GBK came from the US. That's why.
Nah.
Oh man.
I mean, America have
You
plenty
haven't
of
been to a
burger places,
GBK
so-
in London? It is kind of
No,
tough to
I don't
get to
even
one.
know what you're talking about.
Okay,
to this moment.
It's a gourmet burger kind of place.
Is that what it's called? GBK?
Yeah,
Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
Okay.
But
definitely recommend going to it once.
yeah, it is good. Yeah, we used to just go there and Nando's like every month, but we decided to like mix it up. Actually last year, but we got postponed because of COVID and stuff. So like each one of us, there's 4 of us, and we each we've got this whole like system where like each one of us like submits a random restaurant, and we say the name of the restaurant and the closest station to it, and we also give like an alias so we don't know who suggested the restaurant, and like each row is like blocked out so no one can see like who suggested what restaurant, and then we reveal the station. We meet up at that station, then when we get to that station we reveal the restaurant, but we still don't know which one of us like suggested it.
We have our guesses.
That's fun.
So we went to our first one on Friday.
There was logistical
And
issues.
it was called like the vegan brassiere. I don't know if
know how
I'm
to say it. I'm
like pronouncing it right.
I know the word that you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
We got there and like it didn't like exist kind of thing. Like so we had to like
Well, it existed. It just basically
relocate it.
it had to.
So, like-
it was under renovation or something. So they had moved, but
Was it closed still?
no, it was open. We
No, but close.
Yeah,
like,
it
was
like,
it,
it was like
still in
moved
the
in,
area?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like moved in
Into
inside a hotel
Yeah.
kind of bit. But like we went in and like it just felt like really fancy. There wasn't many people there, and we were just like, oh shit. And I came in like gym clothes, and
I was dressed like a goon.
yeah, we were like traders and all that. It was just like really weird. And
well, so I mean, obviously, I have a lot of restaurants to go through and a lot of work to do since I put GREGGS on my list. So, what would each of you say is a restaurant that I should try here in London?
You already tried my main recommendation,
which is what?
Oh, was that vegan breast?
No, Banana Tree.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay, pick a new one then.
I'm trying to think.
What restaurant would I recommend?
You know what you may like? You may like Meat and Shake. It's closed in Watford. That's the one I've been. So Meat and Shake is like an American diner. It has like massive portions for the price as well. So like, but like it's like really, really like the burger is also really, really dense and so on, for example. So
okay,
I'd say that, but I don't know if the South London one is as good as the Watford one.
Sure, I'd recommend Pizza Pilgrims. Yeah.
There's one that's really close, I think.
I've never been, yeah. But
wait, how can you recommend it?
Because on this like thing that we were doing,
okay,
I put down Pizza Pilgrims, but when we were we were on like a Zoom call once, and this was after I submitted my choice, but we hadn't like chosen anyone, like we hadn't revealed like a station to go to, and then we started talking. And then we started talking about like pizza place, and Hamish was like, "Oh, there's this really shit pizza place, like, or what is it called?" And it was like Pizza Pilgrims. I was like, "Ah, fuck, I need to change my."
Yeah.
So should I go?
No.
No, like I want to go. I want to go
Okay,
because it looks cool.
I want to do the opposite. That's why there was a place that looked cool. It's called Flower Burger in Oxford Circus that I want to try.
Flower Burger.
Yeah, if you look at its website as well,
That sounds great. Well, did you see the one that's close to us?
Yeah,
you might have walked by it. Yeah, we should have gone there for dinner, and Hamish didn't have to go.
Where is that?
Pizza Pilgrims.
We've been Mildred's before, and I'd recommend that, but Hamish wouldn't recommend it either. But I'd recommend it.
But like, I'd rather go to Mildred's over Pizza.
It's an all vegan place.
Okay.
That's good. My Honest Burgers. I'd recommend that. That's my favorite burger place, I think.
Is it? Okay, I've seen it around a lot, and I also see it. There's an app that I have where you can get like walk-up reservations to places, and it's on there all the time.
I'd recommend that. It's really again, I don't think Hamish likes it, but
I think I just had bad experience. I don't think like it's just been.
What do you like, Hamish?
I wouldn't say like I'm fussy or anything. I just know what I like, and when I find something I like, I stick to it. Example,
which is why we're going to Banana Tree. Yeah.
But I'd still do try a bit. Like I have a list of places to go through, and some I will be using in the anonymous thing, but some I'll just use for other friends group as the time, which is why Aaron was like, "Oh, the website for Flower Burger looks sick," and so on. I was like, "Yeah, this is on my list of things that we have to go."
Well, we love a good website. We love good branding, as well.
I think all the burgers are vegan as well, but like basically, it just looks like sick.
I'll try that out.
Hopefully,
we're not vegan, but
I just like trying the vegan options.
Yeah.
I say that as I pretty much order only vegan food ever want to.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure we should move if we want to move on to anything else. Like we got like working at Disney.
I could talk about that for a long time, but I don't know if the listeners want to hear about it.
No, let's do it. Like I think at the beginning of the episode, I don't know if it was cut out or anything, but like Hamish tried to introduce you as like a Disney kind of. I can't even remember what it was.
Maybe I should intro myself.
Was it Disney's very own?
Yeah.
It wasn't official,
but that makes it sound like I don't know. You're introducing like Ariel or something, or Mickey Mouse.
Not quite that special. Yes. So what they're talking about is I used to work at Disney World, and it is one of my favorite places in the world to work at. But I think it's important to understand why I worked at Disney World first before.
Which is
why?
Wait, the one in Florida?
Yes, the one in Florida, in Orlando, Florida. So when I went to university, I actually my degree is in biomedical sciences because I thought that I wanted to go to medical school. And then I decided not that I didn't want to go to medical school. It just wasn't the pathway that I was on. I didn't have the passion that I needed to kind of go through 4 more years and then even more years after that of studying. And so I did end my degree still in biomedical sciences. I finished it out because I didn't want to make any changes and prolong my time at school, but I didn't really know what I was doing with my life after I graduated from university. And so I decided to apply for this program that Disney runs, and they run it both in California, in Anaheim, and in Orlando, Florida. It's called the Disney College Program, and it's pretty much like a paid internship, but you can also do it after you graduate, which is what I did. And so, you apply and you can work pretty much anywhere that they have front-facing, which means like, so guest facing when you're interacting with the people who are going to the parks. Those could be people doing this program. And so, I applied and decided to move to my favorite place in the world just for a few months just to have that experience. And I actually prolonged my time there and was there for pretty much a full school year equivalent of working at Disney. And it was the best experience I've ever had. I worked in a Star Wars store.
Okay.
Yeah. And I built lightsabers as part of my job.
So like, will like kids come in or like, and you like,
yeah. So I worked in merchandise, which is, buying the gift shops and things like that. And so I worked in a location called Disney Springs, which is the free area of Disney World. And so you don't have to pay to get into it. You can go and see there's shows, there's restaurants, dining. It's kind of like the entertainment district kind of.
Yeah.
And so worked at a few different stores, and one of them was a big toy store. And so there was a whole room that was dedicated to Star Wars. There's another room dedicated to princesses, another room dedicated to Marvel and stuffed animals and things like that. And so there was a build your own lightsaber table, and you could go in and put all the pieces together.
That's
and
pretty cool.
It was really cool. It was really fun. It was a little stressful at times because there's a lot of people that needed help with it and whatnot. But yeah, kids would come in and ask questions and ask kind of where to find certain things, and you could have fun with them. We had another area that was a build your own like Mr. Potato Head section, so you could like get all these pieces and build. So kids loved it. It was really, really fun. And that was the main location I worked in. I also worked in a kitchen store as well that sold like mugs and dishes and wine and whatnot, and could work anywhere. I could work at any of the.
So you were able to choose?
So I was assigned. Okay. I was assigned to the specific these 3 stores and the specific location at Disney, but because I was trained in merchandise, I could pick up or like swap shifts with people at any of the parks because it's not the same as so at Disney you can be trained to work on a specific ride. So for example, if you worked at Space Mountain, you can't also go then work at a different roller coaster because you are trained very specifically on how to run that, because there's safety involved and things like that. But you work in a store, you're trained how to check out customers and how to stock things and whatnot. And so I worked at Hollywood Studios for a week. I worked at Animal Kingdom for one day. I worked at the ESPN Wide World of Sports for a few different shifts when they had marathons going on. And so I had a little bit of flexibility there, but it was fantastic. I met some of my very best friends working there. They live all over the US, and trying to convince them to come visit me for my birthday later this year as well. It was just fantastic.
I don't know if I could. You must have to be so enthusiastic to like work at like a
customer facing role.
Yeah,
I
or
have
like just
a jar.
well, not only customer facing role, like somewhere like Disneyland, like we have to interact with like kids so much, and
it's definitely you have to have a smile on your face. Definitely, it's a very energetic, especially if you're in one of those kind of front facing roles. Now, you don't have to be in a role like that at Disney. When you apply, you kind of rank some different options. So there are some that are less guest facing. You could work in what's called like costuming, which is where you help with like the uniforms and stuff. So that's a little bit more like tucked away. You work in that's like housekeeping or things like that. So there are some things that are more guest facing than others, but I would say the majority are. Also, guests are what you call the patrons, I guess, of Disney. There's a lot of lingo working there. So it's you have to be very kind of energetic, but also there's a lot of issues you deal with sometimes too, because people have paid a lot of money to come on this vacation. And so they expect it to be absolutely perfect. And so if there's any sort of issue or problem, then usually you're the ones that they
I've seen it on
to
The Apprentice. Yeah.
Like on The Apprentice?
Yeah, when they do like a task and then they charge and then people ask for a refund and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Listeners can't see this, but this is about my capacity for human, like customer facing interaction in a day.
That's quite a lot. I thought I mean less.
The amount left in this wall. Let me correct it one sec.
Have you seen Star Wars, Hamish?
I don't remember it though.
But you've seen.
I've seen like bits of it.
Have you seen the newer ones?
No, nothing. None of the
like
new
The
ones.
Mandalorian. Have you watched that?
No, I couldn't tell you which Star Wars was which. What I remember is that I don't know if it's spoilers, but I remember like when the guy became like Darth Vader, he was like cut up and thrown into near the lava or whatever it was. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's a spoiler because it's been out for like.
Yeah, I feel like it gets to a point where like you can say spoilers for a film. Like if you're talking about Harry Potter, like
yeah, you have a certain amount of time
spoilers,
to not talk about it, but then once everyone knows, then they know.
So did you go like Disney World a lot before that?
Yeah, I grew up going. I don't think I've mentioned this yet. So I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, which is pronounced Birmingham, which is pronounced wrong from what I'm told by everyone here in the U.S. because Birmingham,
I guess, but yeah.
But they're totally different places, so we just pronounce them differently. But anyway, quite easily can get to Orlando, and so grew up going with my family, with friends. Just always loved it. The very first time going, I was almost 5 with my grandparents, and it was I don't remember the trip that much. We have a wonderful like photo album of me just so excited to be there, and I just always smile looking at it because I'm like, that's how I am now. Still like, going to it, and now I'm quite far away, but there is one in Paris, so
little Eurostar.
Get on the Eurostar. Try to find someone that'll go with me because Tom's not very interested.
He's not into it.
I remember one time when we were in Piccadilly Circus, and I saw M&M's. I'm like, oh shit, that's M&M's.
I know about this story.
Golden was fuming, and we just walked in here. I hadn't been here. We just walked in, and Golden's there, like, I can't believe these two fucking children.
We went to them. We didn't go to the Disney store though. We should have gone there as well as a second option.
Well, the main thing I know about his story was that you were trying to get Golden to buy you M&M cufflinks.
That was a joke. It was a joke, but Golden got triggered.
We talk about it to this day.
Are you sure it was a joke?
It was a joke to an extent, but if he did it, I would have been like raw. Like I didn't.
You would be wearing them right now, probably. If
I'll make holes in all of my jumpers just to put them in.
Like, I don't think I've ever wore cufflinks. Like, what's
They're
the actual like
fancy.
purse? Like, what's the point of them?
I think it's another level of class, kind of basically.
Another level of class.
No offense. Not saying I'm on that level.
Fair enough. No, if you get M&M cufflinks, that is not another level of class.
I think you would be wearing them if you worked in a job where you had to wear a suit, but I feel like even those jobs are going away. Like so many more people working for like tech companies and stuff. You know, it's the whole thing is like you don't have to wear a suit. So I feel like.
But cufflink shirts are a lot more like nicer, like in terms of at least because the cufflinks are easily to undo to when you want, but like you wouldn't undo them, to be honest. Like you just leave them there. Compared to the other normal button ones, which I guess people would roll up and so on.
When people get really fancy ones too, with like their initials, like monogram, gold ones. No, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
What's your like top 3 favorite Disney films?
It's funny you should ask because I actually know what they are in order. Top 3. My number 1 is Aladdin. I've loved Aladdin. It's actually my favorite film of all time.
My favorite film of all time is actually a Disney film as well.
Okay.
But it's not Aladdin, but we'll
talk about...
Does the Marvel stuff count now? Because I guess how that stuff count that. I don't know what else counts as Disney.
Oh, does it count?
Well, I was going to let it count for him because I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know what my Disney knowledge is going to be. Wait, does Toy Story count as Disney?
Sure. I would say Toy Story counts more than Marvel, but I feel like...
Okay, I'll let Toy Story run then.
Okay, that's a good option. So Aladdin's my number 1, and then number 2 is Hercules, which is amazing. Okay. And then my number 3 is kind of an unconventional one. It's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Which is it's kind of scary, and so a lot of kids like didn't like watching it growing up. But those are my 3. What's your number 1 film?
Wait, does WALL-E count? Is WALL-E Disney?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'll do WALL-E.
It's Pixar. So Toy Story and WALL-E are both Pixar.
Have you seen those 3 that Natalie said?
I haven't seen.
Have you seen Aladdin?
I don't know which Hercules. I've seen maybe a very old one, but not.
It must.
Was it animated?
I don't remember. It may have been animated. It may have not been.
Were there songs?
Were there songs?
Did it have like Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it?
No.
Okay,
no, he's not in Hercules.
He's in the Hercules, right?
No, he's in Moana.
No. I mean, like, there's a live action replay.
Hercules. Oh, okay. You're talking about you voiced someone in the.
No.
No, I'll say WALL-E. WALL-E's higher than what was the previous one I said?
Toy Story.
Yeah.
WALL-E's higher than Toy Story.
I think WALL-E is very much a movie that. Have you seen WALL-E?
Yeah.
It's a very like polarizing. Like people either love it or they hate it.
I think I found it boring. From what I don't
remember. I don't love WALL-E.
I just think it was sick. Like,
I mean, it is.
I think Toy Story is sick as well. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't seen any of the more recent ones. I've only seen the super old one. You
haven't seen Toy Story 2, 3, or 4?
I'm pretty sure I've seen 3, but I haven't seen anything after that. Anything
there's
in the last
4.
5 years?
Yeah, there's only one more after it. It's recent.
They did.
It's the one that came out this year.
It's like a couple years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Have I even seen
that? Was 4, wasn't it? I think I've seen 1 and 2 for sure. 3, I think.
3 is a really sad one, right?
Yeah, 3 is the one that like triggers people because it's like when Andy goes to college, and it was around the same time. Like,
oh wait, I haven't seen that one. Then what am I thinking of? Then where's this? I think I've seen 3 Toy Stories, but
are you sure it's Toy Story?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Toy Story is Woody, right? Woody and
Woody and Buzz.
I think you've probably seen Toy Story 3.
Yeah, I just don't remember it. That's the thing.
That's okay.
It's been so long ago.
I think Buzz is supposed to have like his own film
Yeah,
or something.
Chris
That's
Evans
right.
is voicing him.
Oh, Captain America.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Captain America. Okay, you have to say like a character that.
Okay, sorry.
I thought he'd be a good Buzz Lightyear, I reckon. Maybe.
He's a big Disney fan, so I'm sure it is like very thrilling for him to be voicing a Disney character. Wait, so what's your favorite Marvel movie?
I wouldn't even say. I just like enjoying watching all the storylines come together and then carry on.
But I'd say you're a
Doctor
bigger
Strange.
Marvel fan than like me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm like one of those people that reads the comics or that I don't do that stuff.
That's okay.
Yeah. I just like watching the movie. I'm not like a movie critic, so
Me
I'll
neither.
just take it.
But do you have one that you are like, that one's my favorite?
I think Doctor Strange is probably up there.
There's about to be
really?
a new one.
Yeah, no, I'm gasping
Yeah.
that. Doctor Strange is probably up there for sure. I can rewatch Doctor Strange over and over.
That's a different one. I wouldn't hear people normally say Doctor Strange.
And I
don't
watch
think.
certain parts of Infinity War and Endgame put together, but I'm not watching the whole thing because, as we know, it's
You should watch the whole thing.
no, as in like when you're rewatching it, sometimes I just want to see certain parts. Of it.
But you have seen them.
I've seen them.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I feel like there's too many superhero now. There's too many superheroes.
Have you seen the Batman?
Yeah, I've seen the
new one?
Batman.
The one that just came
Yeah.
out. I thought it was really good.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
But you're
stuff,
right. There's a ton.
stuff with like the Eternals now. Like the Eternals
Yeah.
came out. And
The
it added,
Eternals
like,
introduced
I haven't
what, like
seen that.
15
People-
new superheroes.
Yeah, I'm just like I can't keep count. I liked it when it was just like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, like just them guys.
And
you know what I
there's
mean?
3 Spider-Mans and
Yeah, oh, my
Spider-Man.
days.
I didn't realize also, for DC, for example, I didn't realize how
Spoiler,
much,
by the way.
the director stuff makes a difference. Yeah, so the Zack Snyder's Justice League thing.
Yeah.
That made the movie make so much. I remember going to the cinema not knowing what the original one was happening. Yeah, and I saw the Snyder cut. Yeah,
Isn't it like 4 hours long?
yeah, but it was
Yeah, I haven't seen it because of that. Like,
no.
But I've heard that it
way
really
better.
does like add a lot.
Everything makes so much more sense. Like
Wow.
I don't remember. I couldn't understand what was happening in the first one. I was like to my friend, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm like stupid,
Yeah.
but like I don't understand what's going on.
I think that's how a lot of
Yeah.
people felt. So you're not stupid.
Yeah, so
I
the
just
4 hours.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right. When it comes to superhero films, I'm just like,
No, this one's
I just
different.
like-
This one's different. Like the Snyder cut.
no, but I've seen it. I've
I'm
seen
not
Justice
watching.
League.
Okay. No, have you seen the Snyder cut?
No, I haven't seen the Snyder Cut.
You have to watch the
But I
Snyder
thought
cut.
Justice League was fine. But that's because I'm not like a.
No,
I haven't seen any of those.
I
the
see
most
Marvel
recent
films as
DC
just like an
ones.
experience more rather than a story.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I'm not a movie critic. But I'm like the Snyder's cut is different.
Yeah, maybe if I watch the Snyder's Cut, it would be like, okay, that was. But I feel like I should watch. I'm not good at remembering too much about films, to be honest.
I'm just saying there's a big difference because you'll
That's
actually
it.
remember because you understand what happens. Whereas that one was just like a few different scenes like
Yeah.
removed and then put into a movie.
But that's DC, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about.
I'm
well,
not-
I haven't seen.
Do you
the
prefer
others,
DC
but-
to Marvel, like Marvel to DC?
I think they're just better. Marvel just got it going. They got the formula and they make it work right.
Yeah, I love Marvel's films. I love how colorful and fun and
Mhm.
funny they are because they have. You're right. They have their
Yeah.
formula down.
Yeah.
They know it.
I like the
But
Ant-Man series as well.
I also love. I've always liked Batman a lot. Like I like the Dark Knight trilogy, and then I like
Mhm.
even the most recent one. So I don't know. I like it all.
Yeah.
Don't
Wait,
you-
Aaron, you didn't say what your favorite movie is. Which
Do you know what my favorite movie of all
Disney.
time is?
all time.
Yeah, but it is a Disney film.
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Yeah.
Great
I feel
choice.
like I've heard this, but
I love Tarzan.
Yeah.
The music, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Phil Collins went off.
It's my favorite meme of
Yeah.
this. past
Yeah,
few
yeah, yeah.
years. like the most, I don't know, niche thing, but like everyone
Yeah.
understands it and they
It's
really
just like-
resonate with it.
I do. Have you seen Tarzan?
not any of the recent ones. I just remember like the old.
But like
But
the
like
yeah.
the old,
animated,
old
yeah.
animated
I know
one.
the old animated one. Yeah.
like there's I don't know why it's just been recent that I've seen a lot of memes about it. Like, so Phil Collins is the guy who did the soundtrack for it. And like, there's just loads of memes where it's like Disney producers asking like Phil Collins to like write them some songs for Tarzan. And then it's like Phil Collins, like it's like him snorting coke and like, like going absolutely ham on it.
It's like people saying like he didn't have to do that for us, but he
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. Like he went
That's it.
over the top, but like in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't need to. What about like some of the Disney like TV series and stuff?
Well, I was going to ask because you were talking about how you like Doctor Strange. Did you watch WandaVision?
Yeah, I did. Okay, so
Don't tell me. You better not be about
No,
to
I
say
didn't.
that you didn't like WandaVision.
no, I was saying like I think the first 3 episodes could have been cut down a bit. That's about it.
Well,
Everything else
that's your
was good.
opinion, but I absolutely loved WandaVision. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about it because she is
Yeah.
about to be in the new Doctor
Yeah,
Strange
she's
movie,
sick.
and it's gonna be awesome.
I think she definitely is like more like she needs like another movie for herself or something. But
I hope that she
I take
does
what I
get-
take what I can get.
I've liked the series. WandaVision has been my favorite. Well, I guess you said Disney, but we'll talk about Marvel right now. And then I would say it's like WandaVision and then Loki and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen any of them.
Falcon
Okay.
Winter Soldier is just it deserves to be further down on the list. The Marvel TV shows, like none of them were like properly like part of the universe, like as the movie universe until like recently.
Right.
So like that's why you don't.
I used to watch Agents of
Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D., but
S.H.I.E.L.D.
then
used
I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I feel like they just weren't like frequent enough for the releases on that.
Yeah.
But then they couldn't like directly be in any of the movies, but they had arguably people that would make a difference. You
That's
know?
true.
I don't want to spoil it. So
But when it comes to Disney shows, so did y'all get like Disney Channel growing
it was a
up
paid
here?
channel. I couldn't get it.
You didn't get it? Did you
Like,
watch Disney Channel?
My aunt would have, and she'll like record like Wizards of Waverly Place and stuff like that.
Well, I was about to say, because my favorite of all time would be Lizzie McGuire for sure
Okay, Lizzie
when it
McGuire,
comes to
yeah.
like older Disney shows.
What are Disney shows like? Can you like name them? Name like 5.
Lizzie McGuire,
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely didn't see this.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
I've heard of that, but we've not seen.
But then there's also like Phineas and Ferb is an animated one that people like.
Wait, Phineas and Ferb though, that wasn't on just on Disney Channel. Though. That was on Cartoon Network as well, wasn't it?
Cartoon
No,
Network
it
was
was
like
on Cartoon
Dexter,
and like
I think.
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Hey Arnold. No, that was Nickelodeon.
I don't even.
But I don't know
that
what.
is.
See, the thing is, I don't know what was on
Oh,
like
yeah,
our
that's-
channels and then
yeah.
how it translates over here.
Like it was all American
Yeah.
ones. Like it wasn't. I can't
Yeah.
remember any like UK
No, I don't think
We weren't in that league.
Disney. Yeah.
Disney does have an office here in London, actually, but I don't think they do anything television or whatever. So I don't know.
Would Hamish, would you take your kids to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's trying to. I know what you're trying to start with the joke for you. I'm not gonna let him have it.
I don't know. Do you know the joke?
No.
Or like we had an episode back and it was like let's say Hamish wasn't joking, yeah. Let's like Hamish was like his kids are not going on holiday at all. They need to like know the like struggle. They're gonna grow up in like council estate.
Did you never go on holiday?
No, not really. The only time I've been was like India, but that was purely a family thing, and that's just about when we had enough money to go.
Okay.
So like I had never been like Disney World and all of this stuff, but I was like, what Aaron makes it seem is like obviously in the joke, I won't take them anywhere. Like they'll be like grounded forever. I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
a joke that
understand-
his kids would just be miserable.
You have to
Like,
understand
growing up.
money don't come easy. So when we do go, you have to appreciate it, and you have to also understand that getting to that money requires some work. So even if that means doing chores or so on, you're gonna work a bit for it. It's not like you can
Yeah.
just be like, oh, let's go Disneyland next weekend and we go.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Build up your
But it'd be nice for your kids to go to Disney. That's what I'm saying.
so good, so good.
But
Maybe one day.
would you like dress up in the costume and like in like Disney World and you know and then like greet the kids and all that kind of stuff?
So
Did you ever do that?
no, I didn't. So I did have a friend who went to an audition for it though, and
You have to audition for it.
yes, it is like very, very like strict, and I'm breaking rules as like a former cast member talking about it because you're not really supposed to talk because that
Oh,
Right,
that
exclusive.
it's okay. I mean, so I guess what to say is when
Get
you
sued
work
into the ground.
when you work
Getting sued by Disney. Back.
when you work there, you are meeting, or when you go visit, you're meeting Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
You're meeting Mickey Mouse. You know,
Yeah.
there's only one, and that's
Hey, Disney,
Mickey
if you'd like
Mouse.
to sponsor us, now's the perfect time.
But
like when you meet Santa.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So all jokes aside, if you work for Disney and you are part of the entertainment piece of it, you say that you're friends with so and so. So you say like I'm
Mhm.
friends with Mickey Mouse, and that means that you are. I'm
Uh,
winking off camera.
Oh, so like even like
Our
when you're
audience is 18
outside,
plus, it's okay.
Is Disney listening?
but like even when you're outside, you're supposed to be like if you're at the pub or something, you'd have to be like friends with Mickey Mouse.
Probably
Supposed
not.
to.
So yeah, I mean, like,
Or as
there's,
long as you're in the grounds, it's like
yeah,
supposed to
it's one of those things. It's like an unspoken rule that you are supposed to. It's maintaining what's called like character integrity,
be.
and
Mhm.
so there's a lot of rules working at Disney. I'm sure y'all can probably imagine. And so, but yeah, if you're out at the pub with your friends, I think it's perfectly fine. I did not do that. I just worked merchandise, and I didn't go to any auditions ever. I had a friend, like I said, that auditioned, but I also had a friend who worked with the characters, as in like when there are characters in the parks and obviously kids and families want to meet them, they have, I guess, what's called like a character attendant with them. So someone to help and someone to help direct things because the character is the character. And so if someone gets violent or if someone, is like pushing ahead in line or something like that, they have someone who's helping. Anyway, one of my very best friends did that, and she had some rough experiences because people pay a lot of money, like I said, to go and meet these characters. And so if they don't get exactly what they want, or if they have a slightly poor experience, then they kind of take it out on the person who's right there. And so it can be a hard job either being friends with a character or working with them because they are really important to the whole kind of the whole thing going on. So there's a lot of
Are there like multiple Mickey Mouses in Disneyland, like working on the same day? Does that make sense? Like, are there like multiple points you can meet Mickey Mouse?
It does make sense. And so if anyone from Disney is listening, yes, because there's 4 parks at Disney World as well, and so there could be people in any 4 of them at all times, and they're all going to want.
I guess when you're so young, though, you wouldn't like.
That would be efficient. I was like, surely they wouldn't.
Oh yeah, it's when you're young, you're not like, wait a second, we were just there yesterday, and
like I went to Disneyland Florida when I was, I don't know, it must have been like 4 years old or something. No, actually, we went on discounts because I've got twin sisters, and they're 2 years younger, and we just got through as triplets, but like younger. And I think that at the time or something, there would have been an age like if you're over a certain age,
if you're under 3.
For sure.
It might have been that, to be honest. It might have been my sisters were 2 and I was 4 or something like that.
And so they only had to pay for your ticket, like technically, or something.
Or I got in free because I got in under the lower age.
Yeah, I like it. That. I like it.
Yeah, I wasn't too embarrassed at that time because I didn't really know what was going on. But, but yeah, I remember like at home we've got like the whole like autograph book with like us posing and like all the autographs and stuff. But I think I could. Whereas like I don't think I could do like the enthusiasm like to work in Disneyland. But if I was in a costume, I think I can like put on a bit of a performance.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean? Like a bit more than if I was, as long as people didn't know who I was. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you could, and you're trained and stuff and whatnot as well, but you get to have fun. I know that I have a friend who's friends with Goofy, and he had like really fun stories because you got to like play games with them and like dance and have fun and stuff. So it would be fun. Wasn't for me, but maybe for other people.
What character would you choose? And you as well. Maybe you can include Marvel if you had to like dress up.
Dress up
in the costume, and like the kids would like come up to you and like ask for autograph pictures, stuff like that. Like I wouldn't do Tarzan because I think I'd have to be like like a 6-pack and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And half naked. So like,
no, you'd be in a costume that is like.
I don't know if they're not all in, like if they can.
Tarzan, I think, is shirtless.
Yeah. Like
there was a lot of controversy a couple years ago because Jasmine used to wear like a 2-piece outfit, but then people complained because she was like showing her midriff, and people. So then they changed the costume, but then people got mad about that. You know, everyone's mad about just things, and so I think it just depends.
Like I reckon if the character's like human, they're generally not in a costume. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Don't ask me. I just thought it made sense.
Like something like Shrek could be in a costume.
Yeah, for the most part, unless the character is human, but they also have a very like distinct look. I can't even think of an example. But I know there are some that have like a weird mask, but most of the time they're what's called like a face character.
Yeah.
Do they have to speak? Like.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Unless you're in a costume. So
if you're in a costume, you don't have to speak. Okay, we can work with that.
That's what I'm thinking, because there are a lot of female characters and there are a lot of princesses, but a lot of them have to be like very proper, and I feel like that would be kind of annoying. So I'm trying to think of someone who could be a little bit more fun. It's like Rapunzel, it gets to be very like fun and funny, and so I think she would be a good choice.
Is Monsters Inc. Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll be one of the monsters.
You could be either of them. They both meet. So, but the thing is,
grumpy
you either have to be really tall or really short.
Oh yeah, I could be like Mike Wazowski or whatever.
Aaron could be the short one. I could be the tall.
To be fair, like if the character's not like he's a bit of a dickhead, right?
Yeah.
Like the small character.
Mike, yeah, that'd be fun.
So like if I could, maybe I don't have to be like as enthusiastic. Like if I was him.
Okay, you wouldn't be able to be him because you have to be really, really tall, but you can be either Darth Vader or Kylo Ren. And those are some of the scariest experiences I've had because they actually get to be very scary and tough. So I don't know if that's something, if it could be interesting to like play a totally different personality. That could be fun.
It's different.
Yeah. Chewbacca, that's a fun one too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when you go Disney, Hamish.
I can't wait for you to take your
I
kids.
think the first time I'm going to go is when I go with my
photos.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'll take it. Which one should I go to though? You said there's like 4.
Well,
Florida's considered the best, right?
so, okay. There's 4 parks in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So there's 6 parks worldwide. And the closest and easiest one for you to get to is Paris. But if you don't want to do that, then I would suggest going to Florida.
Which one has the healthier food eating options? Like
Probably
America,
Paris.
probably Paris, right?
Or maybe California.
Wait, so what are the 6?
So there's 2 in the US. So there's California and Florida. And then there's Paris. And then there's 3 in Asia. So there's 1 in Hong Kong, 1 in Shanghai, and 1 in Tokyo. I really want to go to Tokyo because that park has a lot of different things that you can't find in any of the others. It's very unique.
I like what?
Like different rides and different characters.
Right.
Some of them are like unique to Tokyo. They're not even like from a movie or something. They're just there at Tokyo Disneyland. And apparently like the food and the merchandise is just so interesting and different because I mean it's also in Japan and they just do things so well and interesting.
They take a lot more pride in their work, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So what ones have you been to? The 2 in America?
I've been to the 2 in America and Paris.
In Paris, okay.
So none of the ones in Asia, but I would love to go to all of them.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to say. Like been to all the Disneylands.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever hear about them trying to build Disneyland in Raynham, like in the town
Is this
island?
a joke?
No.
No, it was a thing. Like this is like 20 years ago.
Was it before Paris?
Not 20 years ago. Under 20 years ago, like 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember it being a thing, like people like around us being like so unhappy about it and like, oh, it's going to be so like busy. Because it's like Raynham's not like that busy, but like if
but when Disney is there,
yeah, it's going to be like a tourist like place.
Yeah.
No, and then they changed like building a prison or something on the grounds instead, and then I think now they're doing like developments, like houses and stuff. But it was like literally it was a thing. Like you can Google it.
That's the proudest achievement.
I'll be sad that wasn't built. Then I'd be
I don't know.
Then Raynham would get a proper TFL station.
Yeah, let me say. Yeah.
What would it be called?
What is TFL station?
Yeah, like what would the TFL station be called?
No, I think they'll just extend the line to go to Raynham.
Oh, okay. But I feel like they would have to rename it or something to like get to know so tourists.
Yeah, Raynham's not. They might have to rename Raynham to be honest. Something else. Disneyland. It can't be Disneyland Raynham. It would have been Disneyland London.
It would have been called
Essex,
Disneyland London.
Yeah, it would have been London.
Because Disneyland Paris is not in Paris.
Is it not actually?
No, it's a train ride away. It's like I want to say like 45 minutes or an hour train ride away. I can't even remember the name of the town, but similar. Like because Disney has to have a huge plot of land to build all of this.
And we get you're popular as well.
No, I think it's because there's the Formula One going on at the moment. So
I don't put his phone on vibrate during a recording session.
I put mine on Do Not Disturb because I didn't want anyone disturbing this time that we had together.
Speaking of time,
oh, yeah, I should have.
We should be wrapping up like very shortly.
It's 5:00 now.
Yes.
When's the booking?
6. You wanted at 6, right?
How long does it take to get there?
From
we have
here.
to walk to the tube station that I will not name.
Then it's like 20 minutes or something, right?
It'll take us like 20.
Basically, we should be packed up by 5:30.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to ask one more thing then.
Yeah, you go on.
Yeah.
On book club stuff.
Oh,
This wasn't in the notes, but like that's quite cool. That's quite interesting. Something like different.
So I love reading. I always have, and there's a book club that it's a virtual book club. Yeah. So it started during COVID because because a lot of people were in lockdown and whatnot, and so they wanted something to look forward to, and so they would still meet and talk monthly, and it's grown. Well, so anyway, I found it on Instagram actually when I still lived back in the US, and I'd followed them for a while. It's called Beth's Book Club. And I followed them for a while, and I said to myself, okay, when I move there, I'm going to officially join it just as a way to network and meet people and, just have something to look forward to. And I was lucky enough that when I moved here when we moved to London in November, they had just planned an in-person like Christmas event. So I was able to go, and I got to meet people through it, and a couple girls that I've hung out with since then as well. So I've made some friends, and then they pick a book and we read it and then monthly talk about it. 'Cause there's people from lots of different countries that are part of it as well. It's hosted, it's like technically is based in London, but because it started during COVID and because there's actually thousands of people in it because it's able to be hosted, there's a Facebook group and things like that. It's been great, and another kind of excuse to meet people, like I said, and get to meet people that have similar interests to me as well.
It's good. I wouldn't imagine joining myself like in anything like just
book club
random,
or any
full random thing at this point.
I've had to be proactive about it, because if I weren't, then I can't, I guess, just sit here and like wait for people to come up on the street and say, hey, you look like you
that's not gonna
want to talk to me. It's not going to happen here in London. Like I said, people, and I know London has a lot of people in it that have moved from all over the place. It's not necessarily all people who are from here, but people who have formed friendships and they have them, and they're not really like looking for new friends just randomly. And so I've had to be a little bit proactive with it, but it's been good. I
feel like it'd be better off living on the outskirts of London where people are like, the places are more friendlier. They say like good morning and stuff like that, which is a shock to most of us in London.
People are nice to me here. I've found.
I think so. The book club, is it like you all choose an individual book, or is it the one book everyone reads?
There's one book that everyone reads, and then at the end of the month, there's like a discussion where they ask questions, and it's on Facebook because there's, like I said, people from all over, and so they ask questions, and then people write in the comments what their answer or what their thoughts were on it. But they also host events throughout the month as well. Like there's a virtual yoga once a month, so something, because you pay to be part of the book club, but there's also like perks that come with it too. So things like that, where there's yoga monthly that if you were to go to this person's class, it would cost this month, but it's part of being in the book club. Random like workshops. There is a like a goal setting workshop that they did that I joined. So just in general, they try to plan things. It's mostly females that are in it, but I think anyone could be part of it. But things that could be, I don't know, helpful and but it's run by two people, and so they choose the book and they kind of announce it, and they're like, "This is."
So you can't like suggest one then? And potentially.
There's no suggestions at this point, but they have connected a lot of people. And so you can, for example, if there is a book that you're interested in reading, you can post about it. And if someone else was also interested, you can like read it together as well. So there's a lot of offshoots of people like reading things together and making friends through that way as well.
Yeah, I think
it sounds nice.
Reading's always something, whenever we've had previous guests, I'm like, I really should read more, I should get into reading, but
yeah, it's been good. I love reading. I'm a big audiobook listener as well. I like to read with my ears a lot.
Yeah, I want to try that because I know Spotify have actually started. There's audiobooks on Spotify, some of them. But
that's really cool.
It's like old, like classics.
Probably things that are like in the was it like out of the public domain or in the public domain? Yeah. It's like Peter Pan or stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, you should definitely. I love listening to audiobooks. I get a lot of mine through an app called Libby, which is you can just get with your library. So you just rent them as if you're like checking them out from the library. And so it's free. And then you listen to them. So I go on walks and stuff and just listen to them. That's how I read a lot of books, because I just listen through my ears.
That's nice. And you got like an Instagram.
I have a book Instagram. Yes.
Right.
I started that a couple months ago because I've always loved following other people's. But yes, it's read.with.Natalie.
Yeah. We can shout it out at the end as well for a shout out. As we previously said, we do have booking reservations at Banana Tree soon. So we should probably start to wrap up. We've got some like formalities. I don't know. Like some things we like end the episode with.
Let's go for it.
A structure.
Yeah, and that's start off with like final questions. So the first one we have is, what's on your bucket list?
I have thought about this for a while, and I'm a little bit closer. I guess it's more attainable now because I'm closer, but I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. And I know there's a lot of, there's a few different countries that you can see them from, but now that I'm in Europe, I feel like it's a little bit easier.
Well, I thought it was just like, is it Iceland?
I think you also see them in Greenland, perhaps, and maybe I just made that up. But Iceland.
I'd trust you more than I would trust myself.
But I've always wanted to see them, and I know it takes a lot of planning to do that because there's only like certain times of year and things like that. But yeah, that's on my bucket list.
The second question is, if a film was being made about your life, who would you want to play you?
Well, okay. This is not because she looks anything like me, but it's because she's my favorite actress. And so I would just die. But Kristen Bell is my favorite actress of all time. So I would love for her to play me in something. Like I said, she doesn't look like me at all. But I mean, she's short.
Like, who does she play? Like, name like a character she's been.
Do you know The Good Place? Is it The Good
The
Place?
show, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she's the voice of Anna in Frozen. I know her favorite work of mine is a TV show that she was on called Veronica Mars.
Kristen, like Kristen
Bell. I feel like you'll recognize her.
Maybe the name already sounds familiar, but
she's very like energetic and kind too. So I feel like her personality.
I don't actually know her like that well. Like I haven't seen.
Then here's a recommendation. Veronica Mars, the show that she's on, is an absolutely phenomenal TV show.
I actually don't know.
Okay, well, that was a bad answer then, I guess. But the listeners will know who Kristen Bell is.
They're more cultured.
Is that on any of the streaming platforms?
You know,
do you know?
It was on Hulu in the US, and I haven't yet found where I can watch it here. But I don't have any of the streaming platforms here yet, so we'll have to look it up. But it's a detective show. So it's the way I describe it is like Nancy Drew. She's like Nancy Drew kind of, but she's also, it's based in Southern California, and she's very like smart, witty, and snarky kind of, and she solves mysteries, and it's very, very good. And then so there's 3 seasons, and then there was a Kickstarter for a movie.
Oh, okay.
And I donated to
it.
Really? I donated to it before it reached its goal, and it did reach its goal within 24 hours. So then they made a movie with fans
Did you get
funding
anything?
it. Yeah, I got a T-shirt, and I got stickers, and I got a script that has my watermark with my name on it, and my name was on the website. And then the movie did fine. I mean, it really was just for the fans. But then there was 2 books that were written, and the first book was dedicated to the people who funded the movie. So technically I've had a book dedicated as well.
Yeah, claim it.
Then they made a 4th season recently as well. So it's like the little show that could. Like, a lot of people really love it. Anyway, I love her, so I would want her to play me.
Fair enough. Last question. This is a question we actually ask all our guests, and that is, what has been your most memorable third wheeling experience, if any? So
y'all are going to laugh because I was thinking about this, and you've actually already alluded to it. I was thinking about pretty much like every time I hang out with you and Golden together, I feel like it's always a memorable experience because y'all are always like chatting it up and catching up, and it's fine. I always love it. But then I really think back to the time when I was here visiting, and then we went and walked around in London, and we went to the M&M store.
Oh, that's so funny.
And so that was actually going to be my answer even before you mentioned it.
The thing is, it's more funny because when we turned around, we just saw Golden's face, and it just made it so much more funny.
So, but that was also, it was one of the first times that we hung out, and except for the time that I came and visited and met you when you were still at work. And I don't know if you remember that.
Oh no, I remember.
Yeah, but it was when we were in London and we walked around. I think we went to NANDO'S for dinner actually.
And we somehow got a McFlurry at the end.
And we got a McFlurry. So it was just like me, Tom, and you, Hamish.
Trying to say I don't know how I'm still third wheeling in all of these situations.
No, I was the third wheel in the situation.
Yeah, I think that's what she's just
saying. It's you and Golden together.
I thought you were saying I'm your favorite third wheel. I'm like, fuck.
No, I'm the third wheel, and it's you and Tom together.
I remember messaging the day saying, I don't understand how we're third wheeling 3 times in 4 days.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. That's a good one.
So the next sections are called out basically. So you can basically nominate one or many people to hopefully be on the podcast in the future. Who would you nominate?
Ooh. Y'all don't have to know them, right? Because y'all, let's say there are probably many people in my life that y'all don't know, and lots of people that would be interesting to come on. Okay, here's my answer. Since we talked a little bit about it earlier, one of my best friends who I met at Disney, she actually works for Marvel in California. She works for Marvel Entertainment, and I think she would be a really interesting person to talk to. Her name is Lauren Leva. So I'm also going to send her this once it's out. She'll have to listen to it.
Nice.
You just casually say your friends that work in Marvel.
I know.
No big deal.
I think she's really cool. I'm actually very proud of her. So that's why I'm going to shout it out.
Nice. Yeah, we'll tag her when we release the episode and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So, she would love that.
Yeah, okay, good. And last bit's chance for any of us to just basically shout out anything, give something a plug. So yeah, Natalie, do you have anything?
I have anything to plug? I don't have anything personally to plug. Let's see. One of my best friends just opened a wedding dress store. I'm very proud of her. So if anyone lives in Dayton, Ohio, they can go get their wedding dress.
We can check that
from Enchanted Bridal Couture. And her name is Rebecca, and I'm very, very proud of her as well. So I have a lot of impressive friends. So I'll shout her out.
Cool. And your Instagram.
Oh yes, my Instagram. Well, I have two. So I have personal Instagram, which is just my first name and last name all together, Natalie Thomley. And then I do have also a separate Instagram dedicated to books and some of my current reads. And it's Read with Natalie with some full stops in there. I'll give it to y'all so you can link it.
Nice. Hamish, anything?
Yeah, so I'm going to butcher this name when I do it. So I'm going to shout out this like executive producer, basically, of Power called Courtney A. Kemp. Basically, as long as she stays the executive producer or the showrunner of this Power universe, I'm gonna say top tier. Currently, there's Power Book Full Force, one of the best TV shows or it's the TV series I've ever probably watched, and I'll say like it is the best.
But why is this stuff like about her leaving or something?
No, but I'm just saying like she's basically the person that runs it. Like it's her decision.
Like it's good because of her.
She purposely messes with anyone who tries to predict anything. Yeah, so you can't even predict anything.
What do you mean she messes with it? Like
like she sees all the fan theories and stuff, and she just loves to mess with people. She actively watches, I think, one of the review pages, like what their predictions are and so on, and then she would just do what she does, and then no, you can't really predict it properly. And I appreciate that they'll just do madnesses in the show.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just going to shout out my Instagram, to be honest. If people want to check it out, it's we talked about the football stadiums I'm going to visit, so if you like that kind of stuff, I'll post not 48. But like
maybe one day you'll be first you have to get to 26, which was my guess.
No, I've been to like more than 12, but like since October it's been like I don't know how many in total.
So you cut it down to screw me.
Well, no, because we said since we last were on the episode. Since we last did an episode, I've got like a note, Notion.
Yeah,
your Notion. I've got like a Notion thing with like a list of all the stadiums I've been to and stuff like that. Yeah, I post on there when I do, or like add a story. So
quite satisfying when you get to check it off and it like puts the line through it. And
follow me on Instagram if you fancy that. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much, Natalie, for coming on.
You're so welcome. It's been a delight.
Yeah, hopefully we haven't been too bad on our first episode back, and hopefully everyone's enjoyed it.
Hopefully it turns out well as well, the post-production. So,
and normally we say speak to you next week, but we don't know if that's good. Yeah, we'll speak to you whenever.
Hope you had a good first half of the year.
Yeah.
Coming out.
See you next year.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Música, te traigo música, música.